on.
Oh, shit. Wow. Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Ben. What's up, Ben?
Hello.
What's up, Daniel? Okay. What's up, Mike D?
God damn! I sent Connor the link, man. So
No, you did?
Yeah.
No, you did. What's up, Ray?
I'm trying not to speak because I don't want to laugh.
What's up, Scott?
Toodles, I mean, hello all.
All right, so we heard some crazy stuff about the opener
Scott's
of
a
World Enough in Time to the effect of, well, there's some rumors going on, so spoilers, people. Okay, this may be potential spoilers. Supposedly it opens up with the end of the finale where everybody's dead and the doctor's regenerating, and then it goes do-do-do-do-do-do-do, and then it gets like, now you have to go backwards. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but, you know.
Is it like the Seinfeld episode where they...
No, it's like the Walking Dead episode where they'll have like the end and then or the middle of the episode, and then they go back, and then it's the beginning, and then it's the middle, and then it's the end. It's like out of order.
All right.
You know.
It's like,
I don't know.
It's like they'll go like that, and then they'll go 72 hours earlier or something.
I don't know. But look, we got, let's face it, there's not going to be a female doctor in this. The joke about the teaser was that Missy's acting like the doctor. So we got that. We got John Sim as the master. I don't know how long. Maybe he's 20 minutes, maybe not. Maybe he's 5 minutes. More than likely, he's probably 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, like I said, I still think he's in the head, even though...
Well, I don't think so, but he's a few minutes, possibly, but the episode's supposedly so good that it's okay. There's supposed to be like 4 or 5 huge things going on. Shocking things, I guess, that they won't tell us.
They don't have time to put all that in this episode. They're full of shit.
Right.
They tell us every fucking week. They keep stringing us along like, you know, just wait. You're going to see something great.
Right.
Yeah, and the one thing we see great is, he uses some other way to get himself out of a problem.
The best things we've seen in this series have been the next time trailers. Those are better than the episodes.
Pretty much.
Because you're like, holy shit, this is going to be awesome. And you're like, nah.
When you get to watch the Truth Mugs that you've been waiting for the whole year, you're like, oh, right.
I know, it was like when...
Can't wait for that Iceberg episode. It's like...
No, it was like, so you had the puddle monster as opener, and you're like, Then you had the smile.
Mike encountered the puddle monster today.
Maybe the Truth Monks created the puddle monster.
Oh, God.
They had too much
beer.
No, I was wondering about the Truth Monks. That they were related to that person from the sisterhood in Fires of Pompeii. Because they look similar, didn't they? Because they look similar.
That's true. They did.
Yeah.
They did. You got that right. So here's the thing. Now, obviously, and it's common sense. Nobody's like it's not like rocket science to say they're filming the Christmas special now. It's out of sequence. There's a possibility people are going to see the 13th Doctor, so they're gonna announce him very soon, like this Saturday or next.
Him or her?
Right. Well, him.
Goodness.
So they're gonna announce him like really soon because they don't want nobody to see him by accident.
It could be Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
No, it isn't.
That's what Connor says.
And he also said Roger Delgado, who's somebody's going to play his master's part, and then the other master, no, it didn't happen. But anyway.
But he said he called it that John Sim was coming back, right?
I guess. Did he? Or did other people really?
Well, maybe his new daddy told him that or something.
But anyway, look, the thing is that we got 2 episodes left. Hopefully they have to knock it out of the park. And then we got a Christmas special. We're going to get an announcement very soon, so just expect it. It's not going to be a surprise. I'm thinking it's Chris Marshall. It could be someone else younger. Who knows? It's not going to be a female, I think. So
I don't either. I don't think like I said before,
they're not going to risk it.
They're going to try and recapture the glory days of David Tennant, you know.
Yeah.
The young doctor, young companion, they fall in love, 5-year story arc. You know, then he regenerates, whatever. That's all.
Gotta make those fangirls happy.
And hopefully, Chibnall, if he writes a story, he finishes it, where he solves it, and he answers the question instead of like dangling plot holes.
So what's going to be the regeneration then? What do you think?
Well, here's the thing that bothers me, right? I know Moffat's trying to do this artistic thing, maybe out of order, but if he's regenerating in the finale, how does that make sense that Capaldi's in the Christmas special?
God damn.
You know, I mean, like, are you going to go backwards and show something you didn't show before he did that? Maybe he made peace with himself before the episode? Because that would be stupid if they did that.
Or what you said the other day, Joe, about that the Time Lord's picking him out of time and let him
But
do
even
something.
that, though, like, I mean, he's got to be the one to say, he's got to do something at Gallifrey before he regenerates. And I haven't seen him done that. He hasn't done that.
Well, what's the big thing that they're talking about that they're going to do differently that we've never seen before with this regeneration?
Oh, Jesus.
I had speculated that there's going to be a different type of effect. Then I had speculated that they're going to show faces popping in and out.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have enough energy to make a new face. But then somehow he does. I don't know. But
almost as though he degenerate before he regenerates.
Well, I mean, it just pops in there. Like you're changing like you're in a diner and you're picking a song. So it just pops there, the face, and maybe they'll have like a classic doctor talk for a couple of seconds, and then whatever, and then he just finally. But the thing is, if they do it where he's inside of his head, like his mind palace, and he's talking to like the first doctor, then that's not going to work.
No.
And then I just don't want to see it that the new doctor's there already, but he's in the head of the new doctor. That would be stupid too.
Are they going to do something you think where, if like you and I talked about on the phone a little while ago, that they do like a sort of rebooted series where our universe ends?
Right. Yeah, but that's they had the speculation that
he could do like a regressive regeneration where he's going to regenerate the faces before the ones we're aware of, something like that.
I mean, it could be a thing where, just picture this now. If Bill is dead and Nardo's dead and he regenerates and he has that temporary amnesia where he just remembers how to fly the TARDIS but he don't know who he is, then he'll leave the ship will blow up and, well, that's the end of bringing Bill and Nardo back. And then later on, it'll be like, oh, Bill Leonardo, like, you know, okay. But I don't know how you're going to handle that. I'm worried with Moffat because if he kills somebody, he brings them back. And it's never really, like, you can die a million times and Doctor will come back. And I don't like that. I like the old school, once you're dead, you know, type of thing. Which it just...
Amy and Rory.
So, I mean... David Bradley's first Doctor, the portrayal is supposed to be in the Christmas special. We're hearing it's so friggin' packed that we don't even know how he can handle doing one Christmas special. Like, and then there was speculation, well, maybe he'll do a two-parter like End of Time. But I haven't had confirmation on that he got the approval to do that. I remember Moffat saying that he wanted to get an extra episode, maybe. If you remember when he was talking about Series 10, well, maybe I'll get an extra episode. So in the back of his head, he probably had an idea.
Why didn't he get an extras if that one is a New Year's Eve?
Well, they could do like End of Time. That's why wouldn't you? Why couldn't you do that?
So you're based on what you were saying earlier, like you said, this episode could start with a like pre-credit regeneration, but not,
it's a rumor. It's a rumor.
Not seeing what he actually changes into. Just seeing it start somehow.
It starts.
Okay.
Right.
This is the one where David Tennant returns briefly, and then
the Stolen Earth.
Yeah.
Journey's End. No, but that's that. They already did their own version of that in Light of Land.
No, but wait a minute. Didn't they already say that they were going to tie it into Capaldi's first appearance in Day of the Doctor when he shows up and says, "No, all 13."
Right. That's what we're talking about. Supposedly at the Christmas special, he has to do his thing at Gallifrey. And also they're filming in Clara's TARDIS. And they're doing this, and they're doing that. It's like, well, how much stuff are you going to put in this episode? Maybe it's two-part.
Or it might be a 2 hour.
Here we go. Since that ship Well, no, never mind. I was thinking maybe since the
No, but here's the
ship
thing.
is in
He
two
said
different time
basically.
zones, that's where we get the whole 13.
Yeah.
No.
And then
Well, no. I mean, Scott could be onto something there because I was thinking that too. That based on the fact that they're writing that into the plot as some sort of plot device, right, Scott?
yeah,
For some
yeah.
reason.
One
There's a
half
reason
the
why
ship
they're
is
using
one
it.
time, the other one's in the other. So that's when I started thinking is maybe the whole 13. What if he's not talking to them, but he's talking to somebody else?
No, the Tunnels were talking about Capaldi, 13.
No, but the thing is with him though, he could be injured and like he's like he leaves the adventure and he's like I gotta go and he jumps in there and then he pops up when you see what goes on with the Battle of Gallifrey and that's the last thing you see and then you gotta wait until you know Doctor's gonna be at Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Or he could die before he regenerates, and then is a paradox. And then the day the Doctor doesn't happen, all the stuff that gets messed up.
They're not going to get that complicated.
I know. But the rumor, one of the rumors were about Chibnall was that Chibnall just wanted a clean slate. He didn't want to be bogged down by all Moffat's.
So then they have to find some sort of plot contrivance to sweep all of this away in the next couple of episodes.
Well, the way to do that would be that the universe appears to about to blow up or something.
That whole ship being maybe
no, not the ship,
a black hole, and that explosion decimates maybe Moffat's timeline.
Well, the thing was that he escapes into another universe before that blows up, so he's an anomaly of time.
I think we're going to see something kind of like Tenet, where he's going to be on his own, and he's going to be in control of the moments he has left, and we're going to see those things sort of happen. Not in that way, but he's not going to be around companions. He's going to be like just going, I've got something to do, and goodbye, and then you're going to see him show up and do his thing, and he's going to go out that way.
No, he's definitely going to. Well. First of all, we need to know what the plot is of the Christmas special.
I'm still convinced this Doctor knows his time's been short. They're going to write that in somehow. Where this Doctor, he's always seemed to be real, like a loose cannon, running right into trouble, just like at any time, kind of like, devil may care sort of attitude. He's that way with his companions. He puts them in direct danger for no reason.
And I'm not being rude. If we lose regeneration to Davros, he seems gullible as well.
Yeah, I mean, he gets tricked by everybody. That's bad. Davros getting regeneration energy, all the Daleks getting regeneration energy.
Which is weird, because that's the opposite of McCoy. And we thought that Capaldi was going to be more like a McCoy-type Doctor, kind of a dark, sort of Machiavellian, sort of chess player-type Doctor.
And we talked so highly of Capaldi when he first came in that he was going to be beast, that people were going to be running from him, and then it didn't even turn out to be that way.
Well, they changed his character.
Nobody's running from Capaldi's Doctor. They're not.
They're probably cheering, going, "Oh, he's so gullible." And
listen, when Matt Smith was the Doctor, and he had his armies and everything else, and it kind of was the ongoing storm. And
well, if you think about it, the only one running from Capaldi's have been Bill. Like in every other episode, she's trying to, I'm going to go off
escape from him. Yeah. So if they're going to do it that way, then why don't they just have it set up to where her mind's manipulated to where she thinks the Doctor is either trying to kill her or finding out the real reason why he left Gallifrey, or just simply thinking that he's just trying to kill her for shits and giggles.
Who's trying to kill her?
The Doctor's. What do you say?
The Doctor.
The Doctor's not trying to kill Bill.
He's not. But he's not been the same, though, is he, this series?
He's not trying to kill Bill. Bill is going to get in trouble because of Missy. And Bill's going to die because of Missy's hand, probably.
But I mean, why are they that stupid, though? I mean, that really...
But that's what I'm saying. The whole point is that why is he trusting Missy?
Well, I know. That's my point. The Doctor's really haphazard. The way he's acting with his companions, he's putting his companions in direct fucking level 10 danger of allowing Missy to be directly involved with them in the TARDIS, completely haphazard. And Bill, I mean, if you're choosing a Doctor to like rescue you or to be around, you're not going to run away from the Doctor, right? You want to be around the Doctor at all times if you're a companion, because
Capaldi's. You and I talked about that.
That's my point. Capaldi's like the guy that you don't want to be around.
You and I talked about that. We were like, I asked you, I says, what doctor would you want to be saved by? Capaldi or Tennant or whatever? It was always Tennant because everybody dies around Capaldi's doctor. Everybody.
I didn't say Tennant. I said like Pertwee.
Well, I said Tennant or anybody else but Capaldi, really.
Yeah, well,
except for
He
Colin.
said that that there was no way for Missy to use the TARDIS because it was sort of like bio-locked to him, but yet he shook her hand. What if she uses that little trick in order to gain control of the TARDIS?
She has his DNA in a laser screwdriver, doesn't she?
Yeah.
So why can't you just do something with the TARDIS and just control it?
Maybe she's biding her time.
I didn't like the way they were in the Eaters of Light. It seemed like they were flirting.
I don't like that at all either.
If I didn't know any better, it seems like Capaldi's doctor is being played during his whole era by Missy for like some sort of end game to bring back John Sim for some reason. He's totally being played, it seems. Or he's a fucking idiot.
Do you think he's like this because he has no memories of Clara? So he's screwing up?
But he was like this before, though, weren't he?
But what does he have to reference if all his time he's been with Clara and then he was with one adventure with River? So
well, look at his attitude with these secondary characters in these episodes. They're disposable to him.
I know. Look at that kid in Thin Ice. He let him die just for his screwdriver.
Yeah, and then he was acting in the last episode like Eaters of Light, acting like all of a sudden, oh no, you don't go in there, you can't go in there. It's my job to do that. I mean, it's totally.
No, I didn't believe that.
I mean, he's letting people he's only known for like a short time. He's feigning like he cares about them, but other people he's putting in direct danger with.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Address that, really. I mean, seriously.
Like having difficulties with two differing psyches.
The writing's all over the place. All over the place.
Still, it's like he's battling two different psyches.
The writing is just not consistent. You get different bills, different Nautilus, different Doctor, different Missy. Nobody's communicating, and you get confused.
It'd be better if they wrote in there somehow that he was battling the Valyard part of it.
Yeah.
Right.
It would make sense at least with his bad decisions.
You have Bill who's a loner.
Every single person in this cast has to fucking address that question. Why has this doctor been so haphazard? I mean, we understand the writing's been shit, but I mean, you
can blame it on the writing as much as you want, but in the end, you have to address the fact that why is the doctor acting so like this devil-may-care? You can die, but this person must live. Type of garbage. Which means he has to be battling two different psyches, but yet Moffat or whoever wants to write it is too damn lazy to address it.
Yeah,
it's not just him though. It's Bill too. Bill is a loner. She's shy. She's serving chips. She can't even ask the girl out in the first one, the one that she's serving French fries to, whatever that is, right? And then she wants to take care of mother. She's supporting her mother. She has no friends. And then in Knock Knock, she has every friend in the universe. She's not supporting her mother. The hell with her mother. She's moving out. It's just she's disrespecting the doctor. That's not even Bill. And we didn't even know her that many episodes. And then she's back to normal in Extremis. She's back to normal in Extremis and Pyramid at the end of the world. She's back with her mother again.
I think Ray was wanting to say something.
Oh no. I was just gonna say, you know that line as well in Ears of Light when he goes about the Vestal Virgin?
That's stupid.
No, listen, they took that from the Fires of Pompeii because Caecilius' daughter was a Vestal Virgin.
Oh, maybe that's what he was referencing.
Caecilius, wasn't it?
Maybe that's what he's referencing.
Yeah, because when I heard that, I thought that had to have been
because that was his daughter in Fires of Pompeii, right?
Yeah, and that's why I said.
What talking about.
Yeah. So, and then that's why I said that. So they linked the truth. That's why I said the truth monks still look similar to that.
That was the Fires of Pompeii reference.
Yeah,
so there's two was a Vestal Virgin. It was that. I got you. Okay.
And when he said it was a long story, I blended in with him. It was probably his daughter on.
But then that would insinuate that he is the doctor as that person, and not that he just chose the face.
Perhaps he done what he done in Family of Blood. He perhaps had a watch or something, and he went all human.
I don't know.
Well, what do you think, Ben, about all this?
I agree. Like all these doctors all over the place.
Yeah.
in
Like-
Robin Hood, well, Robot of Sherwood, he's like all like jealous of Robin Hood with Clara, like he loves Clara, and it's comedy, and and then the other one, like people are dying. It's like, all right.
It made
Matt
me laugh.
Smith
Yeah, it made me laugh when after that series I'm like Robot of Sherwood and that, and Moffat comes out and says, "Oh, Capaldi's Dr. Fancy's Clara." I was like, "How the hell does that even work?"
We definitely did. We know that.
Yeah.
He still got, like, the Matt Smith, boom, love of Clara, but it's weird.
Like they were trying to, in some way, return it back to the Tenet years, covertly, but they just could not write that as well as they wanted.
Really, I think Capaldi's doctor needed someone like Sarah Jane with him or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't Clara the Sarah Jane type? No way.
No, she took center stage too much over him.
She was the plot device.
Yeah, it should have been more like Joe Grant or Sarah with Capaldi.
They could have got Kenny Manning back. That's what Capaldi wanted. Moffat said no.
Well, they've done that with Bill,
Moffat's a moron.
Listen.
Yes, we've been through that.
He could have done so much in his last season. I mean, if it was my last season, that thing would be ridiculous. It would take you years to figure out every Easter egg.
But Moffat didn't want to explain himself because he didn't want to. Because, like we all said, he didn't want his
David
Tennant to have somebody more knowledgeable and more combatant than him, and he didn't want.
He's got a writing deadline for Sherlock coming up. He's got more important things.
But that's true, though. That's what it was. Sherlock was the most important thing. He said, "Oh, I could leave Doctor Who and I could do Sherlock for the rest of my life." Well, let's ask Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman first.
Well, we had someone to address that on the cast in the comment section last week that said that they started watching the cast we were doing, and they saw that it turned into a Moffat bash fest, so they turned it off.
Somebody was mad, Listen, my answer to that was, well, we make 10 to 12 or more a week, so just tune into the other episodes because
it's like I said the other night. I said I don't know about you, Mikey, but I said that Moffat's watched this series completely, and Scott agreed with me on it.
Yeah, like how long?
By the way, let me make a point real quick before I forget it. Fear of the Walking Dead. We were talking about how the writing on that show was shitty. It was subpar. It wasn't up to the standard of The Walking Dead for the first 2 seasons. And then they brought new writers in. They reevaluated where they wanted the course of the show to go. And it was based on the fact that people were criticizing constructively what was going on. And you see what happens if you constructively criticize the show, you get better writing. You get a better direction for the show. But yet you have these people that they want to love the show 10 out of 10 every fucking episode. And they're like, okay, well, if the fans are eating shit and we're going to keep feeding them shit. We can
destroys the whole notion of being 10 out of 10. If you're going to rate something 10 out of 10, then it becomes a useless rating.
And I told Mike D off air, I said, Fear of the Walking Dead has been great this season. It's been the best episodes I've seen, with the exception of that one.
This is season 3, and just like Star Trek TNG and Deep Space Nine and Voyager, most shows find their foundation in season 3 because they iron out all of the criticisms about what's going on. And Fear of the Walking Dead's become like it's actually surpassed The Walking Dead in my mind with compelling characters. And Doctor Who could do this, but if everyone's like, oh, it's so great, every fucking episode's the best possible 10 out of 10.
Why is everybody
Where's
afraid?
the effort of even wanting to improve the show? If everybody keeps saying it's great, it's great.
But why is everybody afraid to say they don't like an episode? I don't understand that. Why do podcasts?
Because they want to be part of the Manning crowd.
But if you're gonna do a podcast, you need to have differences of opinion.
Followers and leaders. What it is.
But don't do a podcast then, because it's all the same opinion. Who the hell wants the same opinion?
I'm not afraid to say it's bad. Like I did with the Truth Monks episode.
Yeah. What a letdown that was.
Doctor Who Twitter was like, "What did you think of the episode of the with the Truth Mucks?" And like, it was the 3 worst episodes of the season. Tweet.
It's like, it's like I said, though, they look similar to that character from Fires of Pompeii, but they'll never explain who their true form is or what.
He was so busy with something else that he just wrote it like a job. Like a job, didn't put even a heart into it at all.
It was like when Jenna Louise Coleman decided to stay. He just went all dark on her, didn't he?
Yeah, because he had already set up to for her.
He punished shit out of her in the finale and killed Danny Pink. And he was, oh God, he destroyed her. He destroyed her.
Because he had taken the time to write all these outgoing scripts. She decided to go, I'm going to stay. And it's like, oh, okay, you're going to stay? Then I'm going to kill you off my way.
Oh, he massacred that character. He massacred her. How do you build somebody up like this and then you get mad at your own character and then you destroy it?
Well, we can only hope that Capaldi might do Big Finish in the future.
I'd
love to see Capaldi do Big Finish.
I would love Capaldi to be written by Russell T Davies.
Me too, but I think he's going to stay away from Doctor Who for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame him. Look at Tom Baker and Colin Baker. They both, after they got burnt out, they decided to stay away, but then they eventually came back.
Well, then Tom Baker,
Christopher Eccleston too.
Tom Baker wasn't getting roles at all, with the exception of Little Britain. I mean, like, so you know.
We got an episode of Remington Steele.
What, Mikey?
I was just going to say, Tom Baker stuck around for like 2 seasons too much.
Yeah.
Because they could have, I mean, I like Keeper Truck and I like Legopolis, but the whole East Base thing was not really that strong. And like Colin Baker, like I've said before, I'm afraid that Capaldi is going to go down like Colin Baker as what could have been. Instead of like, it's a case of bad timing. Wrong place, wrong time with both those guys.
Yeah.
Listen, the way this season's been so bad, we'll get to, it's going to be a while now, 10 months or whatever before we see Doctor Who again after Christmas. I think that's needed right now because people are going to be pissed now going into Series 11 that they're not going to they're going to remember that they were without Doctor Who for 2 years. They got 1 episode. And Moffat could have wrote the best season ever, and he didn't.
And that's why the merchants and so on.
Do you think that Matt Smith's era was more?
I loved Matt Smith's era.
I did.
I loved it. I loved it. I don't care what anybody says.
His second episode I loved, The Beast Below.
I loved everything.
I'm rewatching New Who on Sundays, and I'm saying I'm having more fun rewatching Matt Smith's era than watching.
Had the best had great trailers, just like David Tennant. Had feeling, the music. Well, what do you do with Murray Gold? He says, we don't want to pay you, so just use your old stuff. That's horrible. Or make a little bit. Like, what is going on here? Like,
sounds like Murray Gold was been signed with Capaldi, and that's why he was.
He screwed over Capaldi bad. I mean, this music wasn't special like it was when it was David Tennant and Matt Smith. It was like.
There's no rely on the Doctor.
It's horrible.
Well, I mean, for just to kind of contrast things, give me some episodes of Matt Smith's that you didn't like, besides Journey to the Center of the Toilet.
That I didn't like?
The Ganger.
Yeah, or any
Night Terrors. And,
the Ganger episodes.
The what?
No, the Ganger episodes was bearable. I liked the Ganger. It was Night Terrors, and what was the other one?
But, I mean, Smith started strong, but it started petering out when Moffat got more involved with Sherlock.
Yeah, season 7 was just...
The stuff thing there was just ridiculous. I mean, I love David Tennant and Matt Smith way over Capaldi. I mean, here's the thing, right? I wouldn't go and run out and buy Series 10. I probably won't buy it at all for a while.
That's when you say that,
I want to see it as part of my collection. That's I'm
currently trying to buy all of New Who, and I'm up to buying Capaldi seasons, and I have no umph to buy.
No desire.
David. Yeah, because I have to get Series 9 Part 2 and then Series 10. I'm like, but those seasons sucked. I
went to Forbidden Planet, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy all this stuff like last week, right?
Yeah.
And they had nothing. You watched my video? It was pathetic what they had. And everywhere that I've been going for Doctor Who stuff, they have nothing. Nothing. They're shrinking the sections. And people in the UK are like, that's not true. Well, yeah, for you, of course, you're in the UK. Yes, Doctor Who's like everywhere. But here, it's shrinking. It's shrinking. There's clearance. It's ridiculous.
I went into Barnes & Noble the other day just to waste time. And generally when I went into Barnes & Noble, I see things for Doctor Who. Whether it's the Monopoly, whether it's the little figures you get. I did not see one single Doctor Who thing in there this time.
They got Cybermen clearance bin. They have. I mean, I can go tomorrow to GameStop and buy a whole bunch of stuff with Doctor Who. Maybe spend like 20, 30, be like tons. But I don't even want.
Joe and I talked about this a little while ago. We were talking about you used to be able to walk into Barnes & Noble, and albeit they were at exorbitant prices, they had every fucking classic episode. Every one. Now you go in there, they used to stack about 10 or 12 of them deep. What they do is they space them out now where there's like 3 or 6 in a very small section. It's about 3 feet wide.
Yep, I've seen that. Yep.
Yeah, like what I said, I was
triple expensive at Barnes & Noble for Doctor Who stuff.
I was on Amazon the other day looking for Classic Who, and every title currently unavailable.
I was looking for books. I was looking for books for my little Kindle thing back here. I could not find a single. I put down Doctor Who books. I couldn't find one that I would even want.
Well, I mean, I bought a Spider-Man hat from Homecoming, and I went to buy Doctor Who stuff. I said, I gotta have a Doctor Who thing, and I only got the Titan. Hot Topic used to have the whole front.
Yep, I remember that.
Everywhere. There's nothing now. I mean, you know me, Mike D. Half the times I buy something every week or every 2 weeks. Or I buy like tons of Doctor Who stuff. I'll buy a hat or whatever, and it's just now it's just like.
Yeah.
Well, you're trying to overcompensate for not being a real Who fan, Joe.
Yeah, right. Bullshit.
I honestly can't remember the last Doctor Who toy I bought.
So.
I think the last two.
I don't remember which set, but pretty much these were the last Doctor Who things I got.
Yeah. The last one I got, I think, was my Skullbox Blitzer from GameStop, or this little Matt Smith figure from GameStop.
So is Who? Is it like a trend thing now? That now that the fangirls have lost their way with Capaldi, that the collectibles have kind of dissipated.
Yeah.
They need to fix it, because then if they don't fix it very soon, they won't carry Doctor Who anymore for a while. Like that's what happened.
China's going to go up in smokes.
And you don't want that. It took a while. It took forever for Russell T Davies and Stephen Moffat to build it in America. It's the way it was.
Yeah, but see, like over here in the States, it's almost like Twilight. When that was at its peak, everything, there was like every fucking thing, Twilight cups, Twilight game, everything. And like, it's almost like trendy now to where Twilight, no one cares about that shit anymore. It's almost like that with Doctor Who, with a lot of people here in the States.
Oh, because that movie series pretty much decimated the werewolf and vampire stuff.
Listen, people are not happy with this season, and regardless of these podcasts giving 10 out of 10, the overall consensus of Whovians don't like sucks. Yeah. So how do they truly represent the Whovian fans when it's so biased, where they just
wishful thinking is not going to save this show, you idiot. You 10 out of 10 idiots. Wishful thinking is not going to correct anything.
You want to be amongst the crowd. You don't want to be out of it so much, so you're willing to say something is excellent, just even though you know it's not. And then that way, a few years later, then basically a few years after
a few years from now, they'll say it sucks.
Yeah. That's when you say, "Oh yeah, I really meant that it sucks."
They'll say it sucks, and that'll be insulting.
Well, if you want to know anything, people, just look at the viewing numbers, the ratings. That tells you now. I don't know what the rating was for Saturdays.
Horrible. The worst rating ever. And nobody. It's just horrible.
And I think the reason Murray Gold ain't doing the theme is because he worked with Russell T Davies. He never got on with Moffat, I don't think.
Oh.
He with Murray Gold, he always got on with Russell T Davies.
No, it's not that. Friggin' Moffat's telling Murray Gold, you can't do new songs. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do this. He's like, what am I supposed to do? Well, make a variation to the Masters theme. Or make a variation to this. It's like, come on.
Well, I mean, didn't we have the lowest ratings with Eaters of Light?
Yes, in history, yes.
That's
yes,
what you're saying.
You said that, yeah. I mean, look, you know what? You failed. You failed with the season. That's it. It's too late now. Are you gonna woo me with the last 2 episodes? Well, you should have done that in the beginning.
Like I called it earlier. Remember when we were like 2 or 3 episodes in the series?
Yep.
And we were hearing people going, "Oh, it's going to get so much better. They're just going to get this out of the way."
I know it sounds harsh, but this season is like a flat line. There's nothing up or down.
You could just for those people that just want to have every single DVD and everything. You know, if you just missed it, all right, whatever.
A completist.
I'm not being rude.
I'll wait till the.
Go on, Ben.
Putting that on my show is like me taking a dump and put it in a cup and leaving it up there. Honestly.
I've said that in the past. This season pretty much is like somebody just filming a toilet after somebody's taken a dump.
He had his attention is diverted. His attention was diverted to Sherlock, obviously. And he just
totally should have been doing, like I've said, mid-season of each show, break himself away, put somebody as an interim, and deal with just one show. But Moffat's ego is so big that he didn't want to do that because he wanted to say this instead of treating Doctor Who as a fan show. It was like, oh, this is my own personal thing. I created Doctor Who.
He didn't. He's a sanctimonious idiot.
Well, he doesn't want someone to outshine him. Also, you know, if you put someone else in charge of it, even at a minor level. And people are like, oh, you know, they're doing so much better than Moffat. He doesn't want that kind of reflection on him.
Exactly. It's like I said the other week, and Scott, you agreed with me with this. I don't want Moffat anywhere near any more series as a guest writer because he's finished on Doctor Who.
Listen, we got 2 more episodes left, and then at Christmas. That's it. We're done. Yeah. It's over.
Don't you agree, Joe?
He's doing Dracula. So I'll watch his Dracula. Maybe he needs to do horror now.
It's a race to the finish line at this point. It's kind of like, all right, let's shut her down. A couple more episodes, whatever. Then Chibnall will be here, and we can talk about him. But, I mean, you know, people have already checked out with this series already. I'm not excited. I mean, I'm going to watch the next 2 for sure because I'm excited about what I hope is going to happen. But
same.
For this series, for the most part, I didn't have to watch it when it aired right away. I'd watch it later at night or the next day. I wasn't going, oh, wow, I'm excited about watching what's going to happen this week. I will admit I am this week and the following week just because it's the last episodes. But other than that, no. I mean, for months now, nothing.
Yeah, it's like, do you want to go food shopping or do you want to go see Eaters of Light? Yeah, I'll go food shopping. I'll see Eaters of Light later.
People are just watching Doctor Who just to watch Doctor Who now, and that's the sad thing. They're not intrigued at all.
It's like my expectations were better than this series.
Listen,
and that's sad. And that is really sad.
My love for the show outweighs one showrunner. So we're gonna do the show regardless of it being off the air. Like we've had years and years and years. We'll do another 1,000 Real Whovians casts, and and you can't tell me that when Doctor Who's off the air that I'm making videos to be famous when Doctor Who's off the air. Okay, like there's nothing going on. So I'm not looking to be famous. I'm looking to have fun, and I'm looking to build up my show. I mean, we have all these Doctor Who pages that I run, and all these different things, and I don't want it to die. I don't want it to be canceled.
So has this season been the weakest of all of them?
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, because like I said, people are just watching this
without a doubt,
and it's dead. It's deadline.
There's no doubt in my mind.
It's like I said. It's like I said. All those good series before was up and down with the drama. Now this one was just flatlined.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really
sad. Series 8 and 9 had some good episodes.
Last season he did 2 great openers. This time he does the last 2 as the great episodes, but he missed a whole boat in the beginning of the season.
They could have done 6 episodes, and it would have been good. And that's all this season needed. I know he wanted to go out on a big note, like, oh, let's have this whole 12 going out season. He should have done 6 episodes.
This is his best work. This is how he goes out with a bang.
Yeah, I mean, would you not want your strongest material to come up like at the end?
Yeah,
exactly. Stand for like your era that you had on the show. I mean, that it makes no sense.
Listen, if you don't have the budget, fine. But you know what? If this is Moffat's last season, hold on, Scott. You have Moffat's last season. You throw in everything: Cybermen, Silurians, Sea Devils, Draconians, everybody, everything. You fill it where there's no fillers. Every episode is like somebody gunning for the Doctor.
Even if
the Alliance is there and they're split up and they're attacking them every which way.
Yeah,
Scott, I'm sorry.
But that's what they should have been doing originally, was every season throw in an old companion, an old villain or alien. And people would have gained knowledge of the show. But because Moffat wanted the Doctor to forget about his past, that's why we didn't get this.
Moffat lies because he's like, nobody knows who the Ronnie is, so I can't bring the Ronnie back ever. But then he brings back the Great Intelligence.
Yeah.
And half these generations don't know the Great Intelligence. I didn't even build up the Great Intelligence to explain who he was.
No.
Come on.
Like I said about Moffat, I don't want him anywhere near the show anymore. Not even as a guest writer.
I still think it's funny. Like I said, it's still kind of funny that Moffat's name is just like that of the second Galago 13 video game.
I just hope this doesn't kill the show.
There you go.
Yeah, me too.
I just hope this doesn't kill the show for Chibnall, where people just, by the time he starts, nobody's watching.
It's talking of computer games, Scott. I'd rather see a Doctor Who video game come out. Well, we know that they were going to see that for the consoles.
Yeah, that's funny how with the Tennant's era, that's what we saw. We got a cartoon, we got an animated series, and we had the start of those little online
Infinity Quest, right? Infinity Quest, and then it was the Dreamland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
they could have put something like that out during this year hiatus.
Yeah. And then, like you were saying, Scott, then we had them online video games. Then on the PlayStation 3, there was that Matt Smith Doctor Who game. Mm-hmm. And then there's been nothing, only for DS on that.
Yeah, he's shitted on
There's actually a Doctor Who game on Facebook.
Well, no, I'm not reading
the Lego thing. Paul. He's in the Lego adventure thing, whatever.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean. I'd like a proper video game, like a Soul game, not like.
And what about the Minister of War? I guess we're not going to see who that is.
Or Merlin.
Great job with that. Great job once again, people. Like bringing up all this stuff that's never going to happen.
Yeah, he's supposed to, like I said, and even Merlin, Joe, he's supposed to be Merlin in another time.
Remember the original concept for Series 9? He's like, oh, I'm bringing Madame Kovarian back, absolutely. This season. No. And you're going to find out what the voice is in the TARDIS. Nothing happens.
I wonder, okay, here we go. This is what I'm wondering, is if that was one of the concepts when Clara Jenna Louise Clone was supposed to leave. I wonder if that was one of those were a few of the episodes that we were going to see, but because she decided to stay,
well, why would that affect having that actress in there or not?
But still, that's why I've been wondering.
Unless, of course, they were scheduled to do something else, and they lost them. Like Sophie Miles was supposed to be in Deep Breath as Madame de Pompadour. That maybe they took her before she died. She was ahead of the ship, and that's what it was supposed to be about. but she didn't answer the phone by accident, and she was upset about it later on.
I know I started bringing some characters that have never been on TV before, but are in like online stuff like Frobisher and Absalom Doc.
Yeah. All right, guys.
You wouldn't want to say Talking Penguin.
We're not. I don't want this to be a bashing thing. I mean, we're just telling the truth about us being unhappy. Let shit all rain. There you go. I mean, it's over. We'll find out what Saturday's episode's about. We'll find out next week, and then the Christmas special. But you know, move on. Move on now.
I'm
Season's
talking
not
about
done.
What does Daniel think? Because he's not going to talk.
I will say this. I think Season 10 was much better than Season 9.
Okay. Why?
Because Season 9 was really weak.
Why?
Season 9 just didn't do nothing for me. I like Season 10 much better.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the characters, the companions?
Yeah, the characters are much better, too.
You don't like Clara?
No.
Right?
I don't like Clara.
So anybody would have been better than Clara, right? To you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they made Claire as though she was the head of the show. That's what I think
They did
people
in the
started
end.
growing tired of.
Yeah. Clara was basically
like-
Felicity.
It's like
Primera.
it's like she had a blowing
I like
Well-
Felicity. Come on.
Yeah, I do.
Uh,
Yeah, it's like
Hey, speaking
it's-
of complaining and getting the show better, fans complained about Felicity, and then I hear Series 5 is better than the last 2 seasons combined.
yeah, it is.
it's like Clara was on self-detonate all this season, and like she was in a rush to get everything
Well-
done. And
May Clara save us on Christmas time. That's all I gotta say. And River too. All right, guys. I don't want this to be on Depression 102, but
too late for that.
get excited for Christmas. Get excited for
Yeah, we
Saturday.
are excited. We are
We got
excited.
John.
Hang on,
Tim.
hang on,
We got
wait a
John
minute.
Tim.
We are
I'm gonna
excited
get.
for the last 2 in the Christmas adventures.
So when's the announcement for the new Doctor?
Probably Saturday or next Saturday. Very soon. Very soon.
Bring it on.
That's right. Because they got to
Unless-
do it before he films Series 11 in October or November, whatever.
What I would like is at the end of next week's episode, and when it's doing the credits, just switch over to the new Doctor and just say.
But that's what
Hello,
they'll probably
I'm gonna
do. They'll have a
Doctor.
special after. They'll probably have a special after the finale. And
Yeah,
like, this
give us
is
the
our
quality
new
that we're looking
Doctor. Welcome aboard, you know, Chris Marshall,
Such and
whoever, whatever.
E.B. Waller-Bridge.
No.
I'd rather have the guy who played the General as the Doctor.
Well, how are they going to kill off Bill and Nardole? How are they going to wrap up those characters?
I don't
Missy,
know.
yeah. Well, there's something to do with Missy.
I guess they just get killed by the Cybermen.
Would they actually do that with it?
Or is it the Master with the laser screwdriver that just shoots it?
Would they actually do that?
No.
Or
Maybe not. I don't. Moffat always brings them back, so I don't know. Does he want to say that?
Oh.
I don't know.
Or would he would the Master trick Nardole into working for him and killing Bill?
No. He's gonna kill them. I think
That's
he's
not
not gonna bring them back.
Yeah.
He's gonna flat out kill them and not bring them back.
I think Missy's going to kill one, and then either the Cybermen or the Matt Sims Master is going to take care of Nardole.
Because we got. She asks him, make a promise to her that she comes out of this alive, and I heard that he says, "I can't promise that." So it's like, oh, crap.
Oh.
We've got David Tennant be like, absolutely, I promise, and whatever.
Well, what if they sacrifice themselves so that the Doctor can continue to do good in the universe?
You might.
Because we've seen Bill before try and step up and say, I'm going to sacrifice myself, and then that doesn't happen, like in the Monk trilogy. And
Well,
then,
if they blow up the other side of the ship, right? Then that would be a paradox for this ship that's 100,000 years in the future, right?
yeah,
So if they blow up the past ship, that would alter the future, wouldn't it? So then it would be like Paradox City, right? Because that ship would have had to been there to go into the thing for 100,000 years, the past. So if the past ship is destroyed, that's like destroying the first Doctor before the 11th Doctor could breathe. So there's a massive paradox. So maybe they, in an effort to stop the Cybermen, and the Doctor's like, no, wait, don't. Like, that's the, like, genius. Like, you know, you're on the wrong side of the ship. You just erase the universe. Like, I don't know, something. And if the Time Lords are around, they'd be able to fix that. But they're hiding at the end of time. You know.
With a shield up.
With everyone else.
It's a party there, man. It's a party at the end of time. So, with new writing, how about a villain that doesn't have the ability to destroy the universe every few episodes? How about not having, like, the greatest storyline ever every year, because it gets boring? How about a villain that can just destroy a couple blocks? How about that? Maybe. Right? I mean, that's still a threat. Like, or destroy a ship, or destroy, like, a community. Like, you don't have to destroy the whole entire universe. Okay? No large-scale stuff for a while. How about no Daleks for a while? Even though I want to see the Daleks. You know what? You need to flush out the show. You need to flush out the garbage, the plot holes. No Daleks. No Cybermen.
No, the classic ones.
Just bring back. You can bring back the Sea Devils. You can bring back people you didn't bring before. You can have new things. But then you could bring it in season 12, season 13, whatever, series 13. But it's got to be all about the Doctor now. It can't be about the companion anymore. Like Moffat's
you got to repair it where it's about the Doctor, and I'm sorry that his companion is there to be a companion, not to be the main highlight of the show.
That's the mystery. Okay.
Yeah.
This is about who is he? What has he done?
Because
how long has he been around? Not about this companion that, you know, you can't wait to meet her mom and her boyfriend and she likes to do this and she likes to do that, and like, no, it's about the Doctor, because people like, you know.
Because Doctor Who is like an updated version of the Lone Ranger. His TARDIS is silver. Whoever's his companion at the time is Tonto. They ride into town, right the wrong, and bounce. As simple as that. That's what they need to do.
The Doctor, like, does look backwards. He looks sorry.
Yeah, he does.
He should have companions that, when he shows up in his unit, you should have, like, Tika Javanka trying to reach out to talk to him. If she really is an ambassador for peace, she'll want to talk to the Doctor to help her out with something.
Well,
like, he has how many companions that nobody's reaching out to meet him or see him? Like, the odds that he doesn't bump into somebody is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Or that he don't ask to talk to meet his own companions. This is Moffat's way. It doesn't have to be Chibnall's way.
Yeah.
When the 12th Doctor went back to Gallifrey, when you've seen Leela?
Yeah, she got married to the Time Lord, and they're going to have Time Lord kids probably together, whatever. That was the whole point.
Romana.
That was the whole point. Leela, you know, I even said in an episode, what if, you know, we bump into Leela's kids or grandkids or something? I mean, she stood on Gallifrey, so.
Well, hopefully when Chibnall comes in, we might get a better writing for Brigadier, for Kate Stewart.
Yes, I want somebody to write Kate Stewart like they did with the Brigadier, and not this.
I would. You know what? I hate to say it. I would scrap the whole Kate Stewart in charge of the unit. I would have it that she gives it up to her, like his grandson or something, and he's like a military guy. He's running unit, and she's just a science officer, like she wanted to be Richard. And
or how about this? It turns out that this wasn't the true Kate Stewart. This was a replicant of another.
No, they're not going to do that.
They won't be like Astor Zygon.
No, they need to rebuild unit. They need to rebuild that the Doctor is the focal point, and he doesn't even know who he is.
It's
they
like
need to do that.
Antonio unit, it's like you said, Joe, about Osgood. She should have been a companion.
She should have been. And they should have the Masters, Charles Dance.
Her affiliation with the Scarf. Maybe she was at one time an in-between companion with the Fourth Doctor.
No, it wasn't the Fourth Doctor. It was the future Doctor that took the Fourth Doctor's face.
We ain't even found out.
Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Can I continue?
All right. It's like a pretty sister. Who is she? We didn't even find out. Osgood, did we?
Because Moffat doesn't know how to write. He expects everybody to automatically know what he's thinking, and he doesn't want to answer anything. And if they question about it, wait till the next episode. Well, you've been waiting.
Or wait till next year, and then when next year comes, nothing.
How about we give the Master back his TARDIS?
Yeah, I'd love to see where.
Why didn't Sim have his TARDIS and Missy never got his back?
I don't know where Missy's TARDIS is even, because she had to have it somewhere, didn't she?
And bring back the Ronnie. Stop making excuses. Do a whole season where the Doctor faces up against the Ronnie or something.
Sorry, guys.
It's all right. It's like I said. I don't know. Did you hear me, Joe? But as I said, no. I said it's like Osgood's pretty sister. Where is she?
Yeah, there's a lot of There's a lot of stuff that they didn't reveal, and they just discarded it and stuff, and we're never going to get it right now. Chibnall's not going to do any of it, so I'm just looking forward to Saturday, and I can't wait to see John Sims. I'm excited about that. So, all right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Thank you very much. We'll be back with podcasts tomorrow. We're Whovians Cast tomorrow night, and every show. What?
Check your Google Plus.
Okay. All right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.